What's up, guys? Got a pretty quick project today. Today I'm going to be working on my 02 Civic 1.7. This is my beater, my daily. It's got over 300,000 miles on it, still kicking. Can't beat Honda. Anyway, so the last time I drove it, it's about one of the hottest days we've had so far. I was sitting in the drive-thru for an extended period, idling with the AC on, and I noticed the temperature gauge started getting up about 3/4 and started going up beyond that. It usually runs less than a half, so very unusual. So I pulled out, cut it off, and then let it cool for a few minutes, cranked it back up, took off. Once it hit the highway, once the car was rolling, no issues. Drove about 20 miles home, no problem. Ran perfect temperature all the way. So I got a pretty good idea what it was anyway. So I got home, figured something wasn't working with the fans. Due to it seemed like an airflow issue was what was causing the overheat. So got home, checked it, both fans running perfect, pulling really strong. So first let's just go over kind of the car and what I've done to it so far. Let's check it out real quick. This is a 1.7 manual car. I bought this car about 1.5 years ago just to beat around with. Paid about $900 for it. Ran good. About the second day I got it, the radiator cracked, so I went ahead and put a brand new aftermarket radiator in there. So after that, I drove the car around a little bit, made sure everything was good on it before I started investing some money in it. So since I was going ahead and servicing dealing with the coolant system anyway, that's when I went ahead and replaced pretty much everything that coolant touches. So I went ahead and replaced, like I said, the radiator, put a brand new radiator in, brand new, all new upper and lower radiator hoses, radiator cap, replaced the water outlet gasket, thermostat gasket, the rubber hose between the two metal pipes, both of the O-rings on the ends of the metal water pipe here, all of the heater hoses. We went through and done everything on this one. So I went ahead and, not knowing what the condition of the timing belt, we went ahead and did the timing belt service, timing belt, water pump, tensioners, pulley, all the idler pulleys, the valve adjustment, man, you name it, went through it, done everything. Cam seals, crank seals, pretty much replaced everything I can replace on this engine, you know, pretty much without pulling the head or pulling the engine out of the car. So other than that, man, everything's good on it. So I knew it was nothing dealing with that, so I'm really thinking it's going to be in the coolant, because once the car gets going, there's no issues at all. Okay, so I noticed something when I worked on this car originally, when I put the radiator in, when I took the bumper off, I noticed that the condenser was damaged. It was kind of bent up and stuff. Apparently this car has been rated in the front before. But it worked fine. I mean, didn't leak, AC worked, so I didn't pay any mind. But looking back at it, I think that's where our problem is going to be. I'm going to give you a look at it real quick. The entire lower half of this radiator condenser, not only is it bent, the fins are at 300,000 miles of rocks, you know, dirt, bugs, debris. The fins on this lower half are completely, pretty much closed off, so air is not getting in basically this lower half of this AC condenser. And I'm thinking, I hadn't had any trouble with it so far, but like I said, a lot of idle time on that particular time, and being one of the hottest days of the year, I think it was what kind of tipped it over there. So we're going to go ahead and be replacing this condenser. Once I get this bumper off, I'll show you the old one and kind of do a comparison on it, and show you why I think that this is going to why I think that's our problem, and I don't think I'm going to have any more problems in the future with it. So let's go ahead and get this bumper off. It's really easy and straightforward to do. So I'll show you how to do that. So the first thing you got to do is take these, just 4 little clips here. I've already pulled them off real quick. You got one screw and one 8mm bolt in each corner of this bumper. There's a couple clips down low, and once you pull those loose, pull these bolts out, pop this loose, it'll come right off, and we'll show you. Okay, so let's show you what the condenser looks like in this car. Okay, so as you can see right off the bat, see how dented it is. And you can see how bent it is here. But I think the main thing here, like I said, you can just see how this lower part, which this is basically the only piece that's really open as far as with the front bumper goes. You can just see how just about all of these fans are completely closed off. So there's a big bend there. So I know for a fact that this is affecting our cooling, because if airflow can't get to the radiator, obviously it's going to run hot. So let's show you what the new one looks like. Okay, so this is a brand new one. It's actually a Denso. I got this online for about 45 bucks shipped. Can't beat it. So yeah, it looks awesome. So you can actually see all the way through it, unlike ours. So I've been working on cars, and especially Japanese cars, for a long time. So I'll tell you, Denso is great. They make a lot of OEM parts, and it's great replacement stuff. So what a lot of people don't realize is, you know, you go to your local parts store, which is fine, but for the price you pay for some of that Chinese aftermarket parts, a lot of times you can get OEM or OEM quality parts for the same price, or actually cheaper. So you have to search around. I buy a lot of stuff online. I've even bought things at the dealership cheaper than I could buy an aftermarket equivalent of it, which is ridiculous. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is, before working on the AC system, opening it up, you want to make sure you evacuate the lines. I already had that done, so we're good to go there. So we're going to go ahead and show you how to get this condenser switched out. And on top of that, while we got the front end apart, even though this radiator is only 1.5 years old, I'm going to go ahead and clean the radiator out while we're at it, just to be extra sure, and since we got it apart, why not? Alright, so we got some nice background scenery right here. Nice summer shower going on. That's why I'm soaked. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get this condenser off. Just done but a couple bolts holding the brackets on, and a couple bolts holding the hoses on. So we'll go ahead and get that stuff out, get it pulled out. Okay, so we got one hose on top, and there's one on the bottom. And these are your mounting bolts. So we're going to get those out. The space is really tight getting that bottom line off, but we got it out. Let's check this old condenser out. So you can tell just how bad a shape it's in here. Like I said, virtually no air flowing through here. And again with the bends in it, yeah, should definitely see an improvement. Let's grab our other one. Gonna transfer these grommets off the old one onto the new one and get it bolted in. Okay, let's get it set in here. Put it in the right way. Okay, so I just saw another issue apparently there with this car. Got in a wreck, got some light damage right here. This one has been down just a little bit compared to this one, so go and grab us a hammer and get that tapped back up. It should fit up nice. Anything on fins. So we got the new one all bolted in. Well, I haven't got the brackets in yet, but I got both the lines hooked up, the lower and the upper. You can already see it looks way better. The reason I hadn't bolted in yet is because I told you I was going to clean this radiator out, and actually just about forgot about it until right now. So leave this a little loose. I'm going to spray some cold cleaner on it and let it sit. Then we'll hose it out. Then we'll finish putting this condenser back in. Okay, I'm going to be using this Ross King foaming cleaner. Never actually used this before, but just found it was cheap on Amazon. So yeah, I'm going to spray this on, let it sit for a little bit, spray it out, and like I said, the radiator shouldn't really be too dirty because it's relatively new, but all we got apart, we might as well try to get everything working to as good as possible, so let's see what it does. Okay, so we got it all put back together. Let's give it a once over real quick. So first off, just everything fits so much better. Down here, just see all the way through it. Nice open path for all our air to flow through, so confidently won't have any more issues. Okay, so go ahead and get this bumper back on. Can be good to go. So that pretty much wraps it up. Pretty easy to switch out of condensers on these cars. So from here, one thing I really need to do is get it gassed up, and it should be good to go.